Laptop pricing is not always great, especially when it comes to gaming laptops, and often they stretch the truth, but this gaming laptop from MSI is $550 and it's actually good.
Has an RTX 4050, a 13th gen i5, and all the specs you'd want from a gaming laptop, but at a very low price. Are we missing something? We're gonna open it up and find out after word from today's sponsor.
FlexiSpot and their new C7 Max Ergo chair. I've been sitting in uncomfortable gaming chairs my entire life, and while they look cool, they're not the most comfortable during long use. As I approach Unk status, being 24 years of age, a nice ergonomic chair like the C7 Max and FlexiSpot makes a lot of sense for me. I've actually been using a FlexiSpot chair at my office setup here for over 6 months now, and the C7M that they just sent in takes it up a notch. This chair comes in with tons of features. Starting off, we have some fully rotational leather-wrapped armrests that are also height adjustable, which are really nice and really fun to mess around with. And speaking of height adjustment, the entire back of this chair is height adjustable too, making it perfect for those short kings and tall gamers out there. The built-in flip-out footrest is also a nice touch if you just want to kick back and relax after a long day. And like all ergo chairs, you get a really nice supportive and adjustable headrest as well, which I find to be really nice on the head. And overall, the C7M supports super good posture, which is really important for those people spending multiple hours a day in their chair. To learn more about the C7M from FlexiSpot, check out those links in the description down below. Big thanks to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video. Now back to you, Matt and Jackson.
So funny enough, I actually bought these for PC Bros to resell. They're from Walmart, of all places, and places like Walmart, Best Buy, they often have some of the best deals on laptops. I know a lot of you guys probably think Amazon Newegg, but only during like Black Friday and Cyber Monday and like back to school specials are the good times to buy from them. Other than that, Walmart and in-store like Costco and all those places have the best deals.
Now go over to the specific specs of this laptop while we get this thing open. It has the i5 13420H, we have an RTX 4050, we have 16 gigs of dual channel DDR4 memory, a 512 gig Gen 4 NVMe SSD, a noise, and a 144Hz display. I believe this is a 15.6 inch display. So again, solid laptop. We've seen the MSI Thin and the RTX 4060 form factor. You guys loved that video on it. It is a very budget gaming laptop. It's pretty lightweight, doesn't have a ton of advanced cooling inside, but especially with this more cut down version, I think it's going to work perfectly fine for the price point.
Yeah, and you know, you're getting close to like being cheap enough where like a lot of the laptops that are like in the $400 to $500 range, a lot of them are APU graphics, like Ryzen 7000 series with no graphics card, and they'll still advertise them from a lot of sellers, especially Amazon. Amazon's notoriously bad for the whole gaming laptop term getting thrown around, but if it doesn't have a dedicated GPU, I wouldn't trust it for gaming.
And even then, it is going to be a lot better than those APUs, but it is going to be a budget gaming laptop. You're not going to be playing a ton of AAA titles at higher details. You're probably going to be playing at 1080p lower settings with some upscaling and frame gen, which with a 40 series GPU, you can do that. So again, set your expectations accordingly, but we'll see those benchmarks once we get to it.
And the power supply is a Chickeny 120 watt. It's pretty small, so not too bad on the power draw. We have a very bright lit keyboard that I'm assuming is not RGB. It's probably just blue with the price.
Yeah, I think it's solid blue.
Yeah, which is cool. It's better than just like the solid white. We got the WASD kind of like highlighted. So very much like a gaming forward laptop. Speaking of that, you know, it's pretty sleek. I mean, it looks good. You wouldn't be too embarrassed to bring this like a coffee shop. It's not like the OG Alienwares where you got like all the RGB on it. But let's go over the ports. Pretty bare. We actually just have our power jack. We have a USB 3.1 and a battery indicator. Nice and simple. And then I always tell you guys I love ports in the back. They give us port. They gave a port on the back. It's HDMI out, which is better than nothing, I guess. I mean, it's cool to have something there. We have a little bit of cooling on the back too. You can see some of the aluminum fins on the inside. And then on the right side of the laptop, that's where we have a lot of ports. So this is really gamer on a laptop. It's cool to see. We actually have a headphone jack and a dedicated mic jack. I really like to see that on a laptop, so you can actually use this for production, content creation, talking to your friends. And then we have two more USB 3.1s, and then we have a USB-C 3.2 Gen 1 that's also DisplayPort 1.4. We have a full-size Ethernet jack for the gamers out there, and then we have a Kensington lock, so not too bad on the port selection.
And yeah, we've already set this laptop up just to get everything going, run a couple benchmarks and make sure everything is working properly, and we'll go over everything that was on here. Bloatware-wise, we definitely had Norton 360 installed. You're going to want to remove that if you want to get maximum performance out of this thing. But we'll go to the task manager, verify everything. We'll also look at the screen settings because it is a 144Hz display.
All right, and yeah, we always tell you guys about the bloatware because, I mean, Windows Defender works amazing. and we recommend just removing any of those antivirus softwares, honestly.
So what we have right here is the 13420H, which is an 8-core, 12-thread processor. Interesting core and thread count there. This is the cool part. We have dual channel, 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. Is DDR4, but again, for a laptop at this price point, kind of what you expect. We will do a little teardown later to see what kind of upgrades we do have. We do have a Gen 4 NVMe SSD. It's only 512 gig. Again, with the teardown, we'll see if we can add more storage in the future. We have our integrated graphics right here, and we also have our GPU, the 4050, which, again, on the laptop is a 6 gig card. So you're probably looking at like 30, 56 gig level performance, maybe a little bit slower in a laptop form factor. And for the price point, I think that's very competitive.
And I gotta say, the fact that they did dual channel RAM at this price point, even though it's not DDR5, is like really impressive. I mean, we've seen laptops that are like almost $1,000 that have a single stick of RAM, and we do not like to see that.
Now, before we dive into benchmarking on this laptop, we gotta do a webcam test, because you know what? That's the most important thing we do here on the channel. Webcam test. Come here.
Nope, took a minute.
Webcam recording.
We're filming.
We're filming. This is what it sounds like.
Is it time?
Yep, Jonah is right next to the camera, behind the camera. He could be that guy in the coffee shop that's right next to you.
I'm gonna
just
give him a
yapping.
good woo.
Yeah. All right, he's gonna give us a woo. Give us a woo.
Woo!
There you go. He's
That happens
cheering.
in the coffee shop all the time.
He just won his
Yeah.
parlay.
When they're watching
I just did
their
my parlay.
sports.
Yeah, he's won his parlay. But we got to do our signature webcam test. We're going to scream here, guys. Be ready. Volume down. 3, 2, 1. Ah! Did that cancel it out? Let's find out. And benchmark this laptop.
All right, guys, we were playing Apex Legends. We're at 1080p. We got medium kind of preset, a little bit of high, a little bit of low. And we're actually doing this for the second time, because the first time we noticed our GPU usage was not going above like, honestly, like 20, 30%, and the watts were at like 30 to 35, and this GPU should go up to about 40, 45 it says, which I actually saw 49 a second ago. And we think it was because MSI Center was set to like the AI mode, so like it wasn't boosting to its fullest potential. But you know, always worth checking. Like if you don't think you're getting the performance you should, check for updates, check for driver updates. Make sure that if you do have a power profile or a power plane, it is turned up all the way.
Yeah, MSI Center is definitely a must if you're going to want to get the maximum performance. So try that first if you do have some issues, because you'll see in the other benchmarks, some games it'll auto boost the TDP perfectly fine, and you'll get the full 45 watts, which is important to mention. 45 watts on a 4050 is low. It is pretty low compared to normal laptops you can get with it. I know HP has a Victus that goes up to 65 watts. You will get more performance with that wattage. So you are just gonna have to have the expectations that at this price point of 550 bucks, the reason it's significantly cheaper than other 4050 laptops is because it's not as fast as those 4050s.
That was crazy, what Unk just did to me. Unk got me. Yeah, it's running pretty good though. We're getting like, you know, we're not fully getting like our high refresh rate, but to be fair, we're also not running very low settings. We're running like a good looking game. It's very smooth, it feels good. I don't really care to get the full like 144. I'm not a good enough gamer to use it.
Yeah, biggest thing for us here, again, with a laptop at this price point is it a major upgrade over an iGPU laptop? And honestly, it is, especially with games that are more GPU heavy.
I also like, I hate controller players. I hate you all. You guys are horrible.
If you're a roller player, get out of his sight.
Long at reload time. Please!
Please!
Please! Yeah, it's running pretty good. The only thing I will say is the top left of the laptop, and I kind of felt all over it, the top left gets pretty hot.
Yeah.
Kind of near like the WASD keys. Oh my god, I could have had like a free kill there. He probably would have flicked on me anyways, but... What is happening in here? Dude, this gun sucks. Holy crap. Oh my god, reload.
Oh, yes!
Oh, I got
you
one.
leveled!
Oh my god, I'm being shot in my butt. They're shooting my butt. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, I'm being shot in my butt.
Oh.
Fourth place, that's the worst place. Well, the laptop did pretty good. You know, like we said, it does kind of suck that like it doesn't just run at its absolute best on its own. Could have been a mix of like updates and stuff. We don't really fully know, but we definitely think the MSI Center, putting it max profile, will definitely get you the performance you want.
Thanks, game. All right, guys, we're in Fortnite on the Blitz Royale mode, the crazy fast mode that allows me to benchmark games super, super fast. And this is gonna be more of a CPU test. We're running the performance mode on the far view distance, low textures, 100% render scale, and we're just gonna see what this little i5 can do. But yeah, again, with this laptop at this price point, I remember when this one launched, I think it was more around the $700 price point, and at that price, not a great deal, but the fact that these are being discontinued or slowly discontinued and pushed down to the smaller $550 price point, it makes more sense for sure for the average person. Because again, at times we're getting to 70 to 80 FPS. Oh, leave me alone.
Holy crap,
leave me alone. And yeah, not maintaining a super high refresh rate. So it's a good gaming laptop compared to an iGPU laptop, but there are going to be some other ones that are better than it. So just, you know, expectations, especially at the price point.
Drill him. Drill him, 21.
Oh! No, you stay away from me. Oh, this feels like a real gamer. Oh, this is definitely real. Drill! No! I'll give you one more rekill. But hey, FPS, it's decent. It's a little all over the place. I will say I was kind of hoping for slightly better average FPS numbers, but the thing is with this laptop, and you'll see during the built-in benchmarks, the results are kind of all over the place. Like sometimes it'll be really good. You'll see in Black Myth Wukong, it'll get good FPS numbers, and then sometimes it's okay. So maybe the Windows install is a little borky. Just the configuration of this CPU with this GPU is a little borky, or this thing could just be limited overall just because it is a thin MSI laptop. Yeah, it's something to keep in mind. Where are you?
Oh, he on you. I think that thing shoots fast.
Oh! It's not helping me much. Oh, God. Goodbye. Ah. Hello? What is happening over here? Oh! No, the circle! Yeah, guys, again, FPS does drop a little bit down to the 60s and 70s at times, and we're running performance settings, so it's okay performance. Is it amazing? No, but for what you're getting, not too bad for the price point. Let's run, actually, when I hit this on the distance. We hit those. Well, let's run some other benchmarks. As I mentioned, we did run some other ones where the performance was pretty impressive in a game like Black Myth Wukong, and we'll do some other more demanding games, show you guys a limit of this. But all in all, if you're willing to tweak some settings and you want a laptop with a dedicated GPU, this one seems like a decent option at $550 while supplies last. Let's go ahead and run those built-in benchmarks and wrap this video up real quick. Okay guys, we're going to show you guys what the upgrade options and what this laptop looks like under the hood. All you gotta do is remove all the screws on the back of the laptop. It's a little bit difficult to pry, so getting some sort of plastic like prying tool would make this a lot easier. As you can see, I struggled a little bit with it, but once I got it open, I was able to see the kind of lackluster cooling in this laptop, which honestly could attribute to some of the performance loss we're having and why this thing is limited to only 45 watts. It is only a single fan for both the CPU and GPU. So again, this thing is a limited laptop, but it does have a dedicated GPU, so the performance is somewhat acceptable for the price. You can swap out the two 8GB sticks for 32 gigs if you want to, but we already are on dual channel, so I'll probably keep that the same. You can add a 2.5-inch SSD or swap out the main drive for storage upgrades. So now we've done the teardown, we've done our benchmarks. Let's talk about the other tests we ran on this laptop during the outro and give our final conclusion about this thing, because it is cheap, but it does have its drawbacks.
So we just did a teardown of the laptop along with a bunch of benchmarks, and you know, we still think this is a pretty good laptop for the price. Now obviously you gotta have expectations. Yeah, you get a 144Hz screen, but there's only gonna be certain esports titles and whatnot that you actually get the higher refresh rate, because at the end of the day, this 4050 is a lot just like a desktop 3056 gig, although it is a pretty low power laptop, so it should last pretty well on battery.
You know, the cooling being a little subpar, I do have concerns with long-term use of this laptop in terms of like putting it under full load and really demanding titles and maintaining those frame rates. But all in all, it's $550. Getting a dedicated GPU is kind of crazy at this price point for an all-new laptop, so I could definitely let it slide at $550. And we'll show you those other benchmarks and what it was capable of doing. We were able to play Black Myth Wukong 1080p medium settings with DLSS set to balance, and we threw on some frame gen to help this thing out. We got an average of 92 FPS, a max of 112, and a minimum of 26. Cyberpunk 1080p medium settings with no upscaling got an average of 63 FPS, a minimum of 51, and a max of 76. And lastly, Rainbow Six X 1080p medium settings got an average of 98, a minimum of 85, and a max of 103. This was running the more balanced power profile before, so I'd imagine those FPS numbers like Apex will be much better if you do swap it to that.
And then our 30 mark time spy score was 6,840, which is an 8 cents per point score. And when you're talking about a laptop, it's actually pretty good, because with a laptop, you're getting the full setup that you would normally have to spend a lot of extra money on if you got a desktop.
So I want to hear from you guys. Would you guys buy this kind of cut down version of a laptop with the dedicated GPU for $550, or would you buy something with an iGPU? Let us know in the comments down below, and if you want to shop on Walmart today, try to buy these quick, because I'd imagine at $550 they are going to go quickly. Link in the description down below is an affiliate link, and it will help us out.
But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
So these laptops actually are for sale, like we said earlier, at PCBros.tech. These are in-store only, but a lot of the laptops you guys will see us check out that are like one-offs will be for sale online at PC Bros as well.
So if you're not local to Louisville, Kentucky, or you don't want to come see us, if you don't, that's very sad. You should come see us. We want to see you guys. Go to PCBros.tech and check our inventory online today. Use code TOZYBROS on checkout. You will save 3% of your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.